So, good morning everyone. My name is Sarah Jenny Need and my topic is all about communicating and cultural fields. So, what is communication and culture? This is, it is a very complex and intimate one. Culture are created through communication. That is how communication is the means of human interaction through which cultural characteristic. And according to Ferry Bourdieu, a cultural field can be defined a series of institutions, rules, rituals, conventions, categories, designation, appointments, and titles, which constitute an objective. And one of that is cultural field must take into account the socio-cultural status of fields, groups, and individuals producing text, and the way in which different fields, different individuals within the fields. And according to him also, fields denote arenas of production, circulation, and appropriation and exchange of goods, services, knowledge, or status, and the competitive position. And the relationship between communication and culture are created through communication. That is, communication is the means of human interaction through which cultural characteristic. And it is also through communication between individuals that culture change over time. Change siya into and they have a characteristic of culture. Culture are complex and multifaceted as in apparent the above discussion. Culture are examples structure that consists of wide array of characteristics. And culture means in communication. Culture is the system of knowledge shared by a relatively large group of people. Culture is communically in symbolic communication. Some of its symbols conclude groups, skills, knowledge, attitude, values, motivates. And they have a characteristic also in culture, customs, rules, rituals, law, or other patterns are created and shared. And it is not much that individuals set out to create a cultural when they interact in relationship, groups, organization, or societies. But rather than that, culture are a natural byproduct of social interaction. In a sense of that, cultures are the residue of social communication, with communication and communication media. We can't communicate each other, and it will be impossible to preserve and pass along culture characteristic from one place and time to another place and to another. And to understand that, the implication of this communication, culture's relationship, it is necessary to think in terms of ongoing communication process rather than that a single communication event. For example of that is when a three-person group first meets, the members bring with them individuals too, and behavioral patterns from communication experiences and from other cultures of which they are have been a part. So we must in other culture, when we go to other culture, we must be observed of what they are doing or what they are speak. So we must know how to communicate them. And cross-cultural communication. It is a field of study that looks at how from different culture backgrounds communicate in similar and different ways among themselves and how they endeavor and communicate across culture. And communication across cultures, example of that, how we communicate through other or how we send a message to other. First, the sender, and second, the encoding. Third, the channel. Before we receive, we must go through decoding and the receiver. And that's all. So let's now have a quiz time. What you understand of our lesson for today. So first question, what communication or communicating and cultural is? Are you done? And let's go to second question. How to communicate across culture? Are you done? And let's go to the third question. Third question is defined as a series of institution rules and rituals, conventions, categories, designation, and etc., which constitute an objective. So what was that? And fourth, according to Planck, fields denote arenas of production, circulation, and appropriation. And the last one, culture are true. Is that A, structure, B, communication, C, organization, D, knowledge. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening. God bless. Stay safe. Thank you.